All right, all you Hoosier and Pacer fans, glad you signed in. Hopefully you don't have a DUI, but my guess, if you're watching this video, you got charged with drunk driving, or OWI in the case of Indiana. And you're going to need help. Hopefully that's why you're here to check out my website, DUIExperts.net. Me and Steve Newman got together and we help market lawyer services for drunk driving to people that are in need. Like it probably is you being one of them if you're here checking us out. If you're not drinking right now, I understand. If you are, grab yourself a beer. What we're about to go over is very important. I'm here at my bar in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. I'm the guy behind the bar, I guess. I've been the guy behind the bar on and off since I first started as a toddler behind my family's bar, Graham's Tavern in Kearney, New Jersey. And on the day after my 18th birthday, my dad taught me how to bartend. And I've been doing it on and off ever since. And now I'm here in Central America doing it. But I'm here to help you. It's really unjust what's happening right now to a lot of people in the United States. I have a lot of friends and family members that have faced these same issues that you're facing right now. And you need to know how to be prepared to talk to your attorney and interview your attorney. If you're looking for an attorney, DUIExperts.net, put in your city, put in your state, find one of the top 5 attorneys. Top 5 attorneys in your area. You can read the reviews, you can get quotes, you can call them up direct and get a consultation. I'm going to grab my notebook. I wrote down questions that you need to ask these attorneys. Let's go sit down in the back at a table here. And if you haven't had Tonya, they're really good beers. Grab a Tonya. Probably don't have those in Indiana. Grab a Budweiser, Coors Light, whatever it may be. Don't go drunk to your attorney's office. Take this professionally and seriously. It is extremely important. I'm going to sit down here, grab this notebook. Let's go through what you're going to need. Because you're in the interviewing process. You've been interviewed for a job before or interviewed employees before. Now interviewing an attorney in a very difficult time, and for a lot of people it can be intimidating. But let me tell you what, we market for an attorney's office. They want your business. And it's important that you get the right attorney. One that you feel comfortable with. One that you know going into your case is there to represent you and give you the best defense. What you need to do is these questions I have written down on a separate page on the DUIExperts.net website. Go to those, print them out, copy and paste and print them out, whatever you need to do. Write them down with a pen and paper if you have to. But you can ask them right away. First question first. Do you specialize in OWI cases? If we represent them, they might have an attorney or 2 attorneys, depending on how big the firm is, that they represent OWI, and that's what they do. They're the experts in that. I'm sure they have other type of things, but that might be their expertise. The person that's doing your free consultation isn't necessarily the person representing you. So you got to find out who's representing you and find out what strategies may you use in our defense. The defense being, did they have probable cause for even pulling you over? There's many different defense strategies. Was the equipment calibrated correctly? I've gotten off on speeding tickets because the equipment wasn't calibrated. I'm that guy that goes to court and fights all his tickets. I haven't lived in the States in quite some time now, but I'll tell you what, the justice system isn't always so just, and you need to have a good defense. Were your Miranda rights read to you? That's a requirement, very important. How many cases have you been involved with, and how many cases have you won? How many cases has been dropped down to maybe a reckless driving or a lesser charge? That happens. Prosecution rates or conviction rates vary. Anywhere from 60-some% up to 95%. So depending on where you're at, you might have a good chance of getting off. You might get a good chance of an acquittal or having the charges dropped entirely. Are you a member of the National College of DUI Defense? If they are, they probably specialize in DUI, or in the case of Indiana, OWI. You want that. That's their specialty. It doesn't necessarily mean if they don't not have been to the National College of DUI Defense that they don't specialize in this. They might have other training. Find out. Ask them questions. Will the attorney I hire actually handle my case? I just touched on that briefly, but who's defending you? Is it the guy that you're interviewing right now? If it is, fantastic. You get to build a rapport right there. If it's not, and you like the firm and you like what you're hearing, you need to talk to the attorney that's going to be representing you. Make sure that you have that feel. I mean, I go by my gut a lot. I'm sure you do. Everybody's got that sixth sense. And knowing how to touch into that and feeling that this attorney is going to give you a good defense, you need to feel good and confident going into the courtroom. Are you trained in the administration of field sobriety tests? Very important that they're trained in these aspects of the charges that have been charged against you. And they know how these tests operate and what they can challenge on. Do you regularly appear in the court which I am charged? That's why you need to put in the town or the largest city in the area. If you're Gary, Muncie, Bloomington, wherever it may be in Indiana, we have lawyers that are there, 5 of the top lawyers in your area that are able and willing to defend you. And you need to get a good, competent defense. What representation is included in your fee? The fee that you're sitting down there talking with about, what does it cover? Does it cover everything? Are there going to be additional court fees? What other fees do I have to pay? These are your finances. These are serious charges. It can affect 1, your freedom, 2, your finances, 3, your family. It can cause a lot of stress in the household. 4, it can hurt your employment. Are you someone that needs your driver's license for being employed in your employment? These are very serious charges. You need to take it seriously and be prepared. Is this a flat fee that you charge, or is it an hourly rate? Is there additional pricing in the event that motions are filed on my behalf? Because court cases and filing motions, it may sound like a foreign language to you, and it is. This isn't made, the court system isn't made for the layman. This is why people go to law school, and it's important that you get a good lawyer. Do you offer payment plans or a discount for paying cash? They're like anybody else. Every discount you can get. Sometimes you have cash in your life, and it can help you save money. Other times you can't, and you need a payment plan. Find an attorney that'll do that for you as well. What are the best and worst case scenarios? This way you can know going in. Sometimes the worst case scenario isn't as bad as you thought it would be. But remember, the average DUI in the United States costs people between $13,000 and $27,000. You want to try to get the best defense, the best value for your money. Those figures are not just for lawyer and court costs. Think about transportation costs if you don't have your license. Think about increased insurance charges. This can be expensive. You need a vigorous defense. This is probably the biggest question you can ask an attorney to find out if he's honest or dishonest. Ask him, can you guarantee an outcome for me? If he says that he can guarantee an outcome for you, run like hell. There's no way any lawyer that's worth his anything will say that he can guarantee you an outcome. If he does, all he wants is your fee. There is no guarantees of outcomes in any cases. There's a prosecutor involved, there's a judge involved. You need a lawyer that's honest. If he answers that he can guarantee this, he's not honest. Run like hell. And what is your attorney-client communication policy? In layman's terms, how do we communicate about my case? Who all's involved in the communication? When's the best time to get hold of you directly if I need to get a hold of you directly? These attorneys, they're organized. They're going to have these policies set up for you. If they're good attorneys, for sure, they'll have these policies and they'll be able to give you a guideline of what you need. Now, go over to DUIExperts.net right now. Put in the city and state that you're in, or the largest city near you and state that you're in. Find an attorney. Start the interview process right away. Read the reviews. Call up. Dial in. Get a free consultation. I wish you the best of luck. Use our website. It's growing. It grows with more information on how you may help your defense. Take care.